Well, good evening. This is one of your live updates. Weather impact alert for this weekend for the winter storm expected impact South Carolina and pretty much the rest of the country, right? Except for the western Pacific Northwest. And we'll have, this is the way you go, the Plus channel. On top of our regular shows on WLTX Plus, this streaming channel, we'll have live updates like this throughout the event, all the way through the weekend, keeping you updated on that. I still think the critical time is Sunday p.m. to Sunday morning. So anytime from 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening all the way through Sunday morning. Not to say we won't get freezing rain or sleet outside of that or after that, but the best chance for freezing rain and sleet, and I do think we get both, happens in that time during the overnight hours on Saturday. Hazardous travel and power outages are the biggest concerns. And you can see the ice storm warning. So this was the winter storm watch yesterday, and it's become that ice storm warning. And you can see the winter weather advisory, they added that on for most of the rest of the state. So what's the difference? Well, with the winter weather advisory, you can get ice accumulations. I think it's up to 2/10 of an inch. And for the ice storm warning, it's 1/4 inch of ice accumulation and greater to get that ice storm warning. You can see how large this is, anywhere from Texas all the way up to Maine. It stretches that winter storm warning of impacting hundreds of millions of Americans. So anywhere from 1/10, or less than 1/10, all the way up to 1/2 inch as you get into the northern part of the state is we're expecting for ice accumulations and sleet accumulations on top of that. So you have freezing rain and sleet possible all the way through this weekend, even into Sunday night. We're hoping that's all rain, but it could turn out that there's some sleet or freezing rain mixed in there. And I do think it's mostly a freezing rain and sleet event. Hopefully we get more sleet than freezing rain because it bounces off power lines and tree branches. The freezing rain does not. And once again, you can get freezing rain on power lines, branches, anything above the surface because it cools a lot quicker than the surface does or the pavement does. You can get freezing rain accumulating on the power lines and not have it on the roads. It's certainly possible. Right now we just have some showers across the area, and we're looking at a chance for showers overnight tonight, but the main event is started. It's out there in Texas, wreaking havoc there in the northern panhandle of Texas and northern part of Texas, coming into the Dallas region there. They're seeing rain right now. You think that I lived in Texas as well as South Carolina. I lived in South Carolina a couple of years, Texas for a couple of years. I was stationed at Fort Hood. And you think that we have, we're not experienced with wintry events. They are even way far behind us. Of course, we've had some experience with winter events, even ice storms. And that's one, I guess the most significant last one was 2014, which caused power outages. Okay, so as we go through tonight, maybe a sprinkler or two, but tomorrow you can see 5 p.m. This is our in-house model, shows a chance for frozen precip. This one doesn't, they're pretty isolated or widespread, but then you see the chance for that overnight into Sunday morning, the critical time in my, the way I see it, into Sunday morning, and then we see a chance for freezing precip. And you can definitely see why with this model run and others, why they have the ice storm warning for the north half of the state, not the southern half. And then we're hoping that as we get into the afternoon, this is more rain than freezing rain. And, maybe even a thunderstorm in there as the front drag through that's going to develop behind the low that pushes up to the north. And for accumulations, the models are in pretty good agreement. I think this one says 0.35 inches for Columbia possible, more as you go to the north. And the other one says 0.27, so pretty close. That's pretty good agreement. And as you go down to the south part of the state, you're talking about, anywhere from nothing to 1/10 of an inch and greater. And I also wanted to let you know that we have products like this on our website. Brianna, one of our meteorologists, created this graphic that shows you the timing of sleet, freezing rain, with the best chance for it, hazardous travel and power outages. And these are pretty good timing tools. And you can see we have a chance for sleet. We might even have a chance for sleet in here. It's just a low chance. We have these on our website. You go there, click on one of the weather stories at the top, and scroll through the story, and you'll see these kinds of tools on our WLTX.com. So for the next 48 to, even 72 hours, we're talking about the worst of it getting behind us. By the time we get to Monday, I think we're going to be okay. Now, the thing we have to worry about, and I keep saying this, but if we do have power outages, and the power company's already saying if we have them, they're going to be several days. It could take weeks to get the power back on in some areas. You have to deal with this in the days after. From 17 Tuesday, temperatures are going to be low to mid 20s Wednesday and Thursday, back to the teens on Friday. And the daytime highs aren't that warm either, so it's going to be cold, especially during the overnight and morning hours. And if you don't have any power, how are you going to stay warm? You got to start thinking of that. If you haven't already, we've been talking about this for 4 or 5 days, that this cold, we could see this coming behind the storm. So once again, it's a Saturday night through Sunday morning is a critical time, but we have a chance for freezing rain and rain anytime tomorrow afternoon all the way into early Monday, and then we should get that behind us and just start cleaning up and moving up on our way. All the details on this channel, you'll see us updating this with live updates all through the weekend. Plus, you got the live radar and your forecast on there 24/7. And to WLTX, our regular channel, we'll have our regular shows. Next one is tonight at 11. And then on WLTX.com, you can get all the latest information that we post on there for the weather and for news and sports as well. All right, we'll keep you updated all the way through tonight, and we'll see you tonight at 11.